It must be new moon time. So, you're watching this video because you want to find out where exactly this new moon energy is activating. Like which area of your life is potent and ready for you to manifest a new beginning in. Here we go. So, if this new moon is happening in your first house, what that means is that this is a time for you to manifest a new version of who you think you are, who you want to become, the identity that you feel is the next step for you, or part of your identity that you've maybe never until this moment felt entirely ready to become or to really embody. This new moon in your first house is allowing you to see yourself in such a new, empowered, next level version. I mean, there's only so many ways that I can say that you've got a fresh start here as who you are as an individual, how you recognize yourself, how you embody the type of person that you feel, well, maybe you always have been, but you weren't ready to embody until this moment in time. If this is your new moon in your first house, I'm so excited for you. I love first house energy, obviously a little bit biased, but that's fine. First house is all about self. So really embrace who you are. Allow yourself to be a little bit self-centered in this new moon, meaning that you're not trying to purposely ignore others, but that this new moon is the key for you is literally to turn all of your attention in on who you are and yourself and allow yourself to become. Okay, you get to rebirth in this energy. You get to manifest. I'm really excited for you. I hope this helps. If this new moon is happening in your second house, this is a fresh opportunity for you to dip into all of the value and appreciation that you have. Now, that can mean emotional, mental, of course, and please, yes, like make sure that you really are making sure that you value who you are, why you're here in the world. If you haven't been valuing yourself, this is your new moon to manifest more self-appreciation, more valuation, okay? If you've been undervaluing yourself, this is an opportunity for you to make amends with that in a way, for you to step into this just loving energy, because second house is not only value and appreciation in how you view yourself or how you value and appreciate others as well, but it also is representative of love, beauty, typically again around these valuable assets in your life. With that, it also is about money. So if this new moon is happening in your second house, it means that you are able to manifest new ways of creating value in the sense of money in your life. This is a house for abundance. This is how you create wealth from the things that you do, from the foundation that you laid. There's a lot of foundational energy in second house. So if this is your new moon in your second house, you really, really should take advantage of this energy in order to manifest more money, manifest more value, manifest more appreciation, in whatever ways that speaks to you. Again, when I speak of these self kind of concepts, I'm not asking for you to ignore other people. But that being said, if this is happening in your second house, It truly is about how you and only you create financial freedom. How you and only you decide the type of beauty and love and appreciation that you surround yourself with, that you infuse into your home, that you infuse into your physical body. So if you've been wanting to do something to switch up your appearance, maybe you've been wanting to get that haircut. Note, if this is Mercury retrograde or Venus retrograde while you're watching this, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But I'll get into that in another video. But right now, as I'm filming this, that's not happening. We are clear. And so if you have been wanting to do something for your actual physical appearance so that you feel more beautiful, that you feel like you're really giving yourself a lot of self-love and you're really truly showing the appreciation that you feel for yourself back into yourself, a physical vessel, do it. This could also be an amazing time to focus on your physical health and how you value your body. So the foods that you're putting into your body, this can be a fresh start for that. Second house, earned assets, earned income, self-appreciation, luxury in the sense of everyday things that you need to do. Maybe you really love your morning coffee and you can get yourself a new milk frother to make your coffee more luxurious and to sit and appreciate day after day. You're like, oh, I'm so happy I made that purchase because I love my coffee. Whatever it might be. If you love to cook, go buy yourself some new kitchen tools that you've been dreaming of for a while. This is the type of new moon in your second house where you can pour back into yourself so that the value and the appreciation appreciates. It's a way to grow beautiful things. Second house energy is really beautiful. And if this is your new moon, I'm really excited for you. I hope that helps. Third house. So if this new moon is happening in your third house, it's a way for you to reconnect, have a fresh start, show up in a new way in your local community, in the way that you communicate, how you speak, quite literally, who you speak to, what you're speaking about. If you want to learn a new way of being, I was going to say, if you want to learn a new language, go for it. Now, that could also be ninth house energy, of course, because languages typically are far away kind of concepts, foreign languages. So if let's say there's let's say you're a coder, say you do code, and there's a new way of coding. There's an advancement on the language that you already speak, but you want to put a fresh new spin on it, sharpen up your skills on how you communicate in this way, sharpening your skills in the languages that you do speak. This is third house energy. So if this is your new moon in your third house, you also have a beautiful fresh start in communicating with family, with neighbors, with the people that you might run into while you're walking your dog down the street. Maybe you've never said hi to that person and you go on your daily walk and you see that person again. Well, maybe you actually say hi. Maybe you compliment them on something you've noticed that you really enjoy about their demeanor, or how peaceful they always look, or, you always think they're so stylish, or take it for whatever it is. Or maybe they're walking their own dog and you're like, I've never said hi, but I've always admired your dog. Whatever the circumstance might be, you're the only one to really know that. But I want to give you some ideas on how you can focus on having this new moon energy in your third house. So again, fresh beginning, fresh start, manifestation energy, all new moon topics with third house energy, which is public speaking, local community, family, especially cousins, uncles, aunts, grandparents, can also be siblings, neighbors, people that live in your neighborhood. When you go out and about, the people that you run into, or the community where you all have similar values, or, however you can reconnect and speak your truth in ways that benefit your neighborhood, in ways that benefit the people that are near and dear to you and close to you. This is your new moon and your ability to manifest a new way of communicating, of being, of showing up. I hope that helps. If this is your new moon in your fourth house, then this is a way that you have potent energy, new fresh start energy in the way that you connect with your roots, with your mom or your dad. It's literally like the stomping grounds, like the childhood home. New moon in the fourth house energy can also indicate how you would want to be as a parent, as a nurturer of the youth. So if this is a new moon and you are literally like a brand new parent or about to be a parent, you can work with this in ways of, manifesting your identity as a mother or a father, and how you would want to nurture and protect this new life that you care so deeply for. If you are a parent and have been a parent for a long time, and this new moon falls in your fourth house, this could also be ways that you can reconnect with your own inner child, and also reconnect with maybe ways that, looking back, every parent's doing their best. Maybe there were some things that you would have changed or done differently, or that now with hindsight, you're able to understand old patterns. And there's potent energy here for reconciliation in ways, and new ways of showing up as a parent, as a nurturer, as someone who protects the home, the hearth, the children. A lot of inner child healing available to you if this is also your new moon in your fourth house. And that being said, quite literally, this new moon in the fourth house for you could be an opportunity for you to really spend time with the actual physical structure of the house and making sure that everything is sound. That if there are any things that the house needs, any repairs, any, literally like some new things though too, like maybe the time has come where you've always wanted to expand the house, add on a second story, or add a master balcony to the master bedroom, or lay more foundation so that you can build up another part of the house. Maybe you've always wanted a gazebo in your backyard, and now you have the means to do it, and it feels like the right time to do it. Go for it. So fourth house, new moon energy, those will be the themes. I hope this helps you. Fifth house. So the fifth house. If this is a new moon in the fifth house for you, you have a whole new energy available for you in how you can entertain, how you can have more fun, how you can play again, how you can take that childlike energy and get out there and, maybe do the things that you've always wanted to do since you were a little kid, but you never got to. Maybe you always wanted to take horseback riding lessons And that would just seem so fun. This new moon could maybe make that more accessible for you. Let's say you've always wanted to take acting lessons or get involved in the theater. Maybe just the local community theater. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but since you were a little kid, you always wanted to do that. It just sounds like that'd be so much fun. Or maybe you used to do it when you were a kid and you stopped. This new moon in your 5th house is allowing you to step back into that role of acting, of being on stage, playing, play pretend, play dress up. Literally how you can host people. Maybe you haven't hosted anyone in your adult life in your home and you've always wanted to. This is an opportunity for you to be able to step into that role and to see how much you enjoy it. So anything having to do with play, with imagination, with getting on stage and entertaining people. You always wanted to take dance lessons. The sky's the limit on how you can think about the things that you imagined up as a kid, what brought you great joy, how you played as a child. And if there's anything that you weren't able to explore when you were that kid that you've always wanted to because you just think it would be so much fun, then this new moon in your 5th house is giving you the green light to go ahead and explore those things. Super fun. It's definitely a fun house, it's a fun house. So, maybe you haven't been to a carnival in a long time or, a theme park in a really long time. And maybe you have the opportunity to do it during this new moon in your 5th house. Fantastic. You're tapping into the childlike play and excitement and creativity that all of those play pretend, entertaining, hosting people, allowing your worries to kind of go away for a few hours while you have fun. Good, wholesome fun. This new moon is for you. I'm excited for you. That's very fun. I love that. Okay, I hope that helps. 6th house energy. So if this new moon is happening in your 6th house, this is an opportunity for you to create a whole new routine for yourself. And if you are more of a person that enjoys ritual over routine sounds too rigid, this is how you can infuse ritual into routine. Because they are related. They're totally related. And they don't have to be separate from one another at all. This is an opportunity for you to restructure your routine in ways that are customized to you. So not, maybe your routine has always been structured around work, around school, around other people, around religion, around, these obligations outside of yourself that we all have. We all have routine that is from things outside of ourselves, for sure. This new moon, though, in your 6th house is giving you an opportunity to infuse more you into your routine, to add in more of your own, the things that you have to do, but you get a choice in where you do those things. Let's say the grocery store. You gotta eat. Running errands is 6th house energy. It's that back and forth, all the things you have to do on a day-to-day basis. This includes job, okay? If there's a new job that you're wanting to explore, this new moon is opening that opportunity up for you to explore a new job. If there's a new way that you can go about your routine that you've been thinking of for a while, this is the time to play around with that. If there is a calling for you to reconnect with faith and religion, this is also a new moon for you to do that, because the 6th house does rule religion and faith in more of that structured sense. So if that's something that is calling for you, then this new moon is allowing you to step into that, to re-access faith, and in a new way. Job, day-to-day, errands, routine, also health. So your physical health and well-being, this house also rules. So if you have a new moon in the 6th house, this is an amazing opportunity for you to reassess how your well-being and your physical health is, and maybe switch up your routine, the things that you're doing, the food that you eat in your body, right? You have to go to the grocery store. Maybe you make new choices on what you purchase there, and you put better food in your body. Maybe you've always wanted to try this workout, or this new gym, or this yoga studio, or you've never done barre before, or you've always wanted to get more into swimming for exercise. Whatever that might be for you, this new moon in your 6th house allows you to step into new health regimens, new health routines, so that your physical well-being and health and vitality can improve, can manifest. You're creating more vitality in your being, and this new moon in your 6th house is letting you do that. Hope that helps. If this is a new moon in your 7th house, then this is a new opportunity, a new start for you in relationship dynamics. This can be romantic relationships or partnerships that are business oriented. That is 7th house energy. It also has to do with harmony and balance, and creating an equality of, reciprocity and appreciation between you and another person. The 7th house always has to do with 2 people, traditionally. I always kind of have to throw that out there because it really depends on what sign you have in your 7th house, okay? Because sometimes you can be non-traditional with the traditional partnership role, okay? So I have to say that. But across the board for like 11 of the 12 signs, I'd say 7th house energy, and traditionally for everyone, 7th house energy is about you plus other in an equality sense. So this wouldn't be you plus other in like boss to employee or parent to child dynamic, or person on stage, like a teacher to a student dynamic. Those types of you and other are not included in the 7th house. The 7th house is always, we're equal in this. We are a partnership. Again, whether that's romantic or business or both, if you can do that. In my experience, I haven't seen too many people do it successfully. But maybe you do have that. More power to you, right? This new moon energy in your 7th house is allowing you a fresh start in relationship. So if you have been single for a long time and you want a loving relationship and partnership in your life, this new moon is the new moon to manifest that. If you have been in a romantic relationship and partnership for who knows how long, however long, and you want to continue this partnership, this new moon in your 7th house is an opportunity for you to have a refresh, a newness, let's take it to the next level. This is a great new moon if both people want to get married, to get engaged, or to literally get married. Same with business partnership. If you've had a business partnership for a long time and it's working and you're doing well, this new moon in your 7th house is an opportunity for you to take that business partnership to a next level. Maybe you guys open up another branch. Maybe you franchise. Maybe it's growth that benefits both people equally. 7th house energy, new moon energy. Just you can manifest that next levelness if you already have this equal dynamic. And if you don't, this is how you can manifest bringing in an equal partner. I hope that helps. 8th house. Okay, so if this is a new moon in your 8th house, then this is an opportunity for you to literally manifest change and transformation within yourself. This is an opportunity for you to alchemize and transmute old patterns, old ways of being that maybe served you up until a certain point, and you understand that the transformation will be the next level. New moon in the 8th house, it's an open invitation for manifestation in any alchemical process in your life, in any of those naturally powerful processes in life. This is an opportunity for you to become pregnant if you want to, because that process is transformation and alchemy in so many ways, and it's a very naturally beautiful and powerful process to birth life into this world. Let's say it's not a literal life that you're pregnant with or wanting to get pregnant with, but maybe there is a project that is something that's been near and dear to your heart and inside that you are ready to create internally so you can birth out into the world. This is an opportunity for you to do whatever you need to do to enable that fresh energy to impregnate you so that you can birth this creative project out into the world when its gestation period has done its thing and it's ready, right? This is a deep internal process. The 8th house is deep magic that is very, very internal, that definitely can be assisted by another person, of course. But there's a lot of 8th house energy that has to do with the cycles of death and rebirth, the phoenix rising. So you can take it in whatever way you want, where there's something that you're ready to transform and to allow to pass, like an old version of yourself, allow to pass so that you can be born again like the phoenix rising through the ashes and the flame. This is the time for you to manifest that. The 8th house also has to do with value and money that you inherit or pass on to future generations. So during a new moon in your 8th house, this could be a time where you inherit money, quite literally. This could be a time where you pass along a family heirloom to someone because it's time for them. There's a lot of tradition associated with the 8th house. And physical possessions and monetary wealth that is passed on is also highlighted in 8th house. So you can either expect an inheritance to come your way, or if you know that you're going to be passing along something to your kin, then this is a beautiful new moon allowing you to pass that on or to receive that very gracefully and in ways where it is appreciated. I hope that helps. If this new moon is happening in your 9th house, this is an opportunity for you to get out there and explore. To go to a foreign land that you've probably never been to before. New moon in 9th house and foreign travel is amazing. Also, if you want to learn a new language, a foreign language that you've never learned before, and you have a new moon happening in your 9th house, this is the time to begin. If there's a next level of education that you've always wanted for yourself, this is the new moon to begin. If you want to go back to school, if you want to finally get your associate's degree or your bachelor's or your master's or your doctorate, this new moon is literally a key to you unlocking your future education and your advancement and your evolution in the way of learning larger concepts, in the way of expanding your mind, expanding your education. This 9th house also has to do with spirituality. So if there are ways that you've been wanting to expand, this can also be some 8th house energy coming into, but like meditation. With 8th house, maybe like transcendental meditation. With 9th house, this is just spirituality in general, in whichever context you want to take it. But this is, the 9th house is how you learn experientially, and how getting out there and out from your comfort zone, going to a far off foreign land, distant place, something that is so different from where you come from or what your learned experiences have been until this point. The 9th house is how you literally expand, in a sense where like you're changed as a person, and in ways that genuinely feel very empowering. Like there's no way that you could have just learned the lessons available in the 9th house overnight. No. When you go to Thailand for the first time, or Costa Rica for the first time, or Spain for the first time, or Norway, or California, whatever, wherever this foreign exotic place is for you, you're forever changed. Whether you love it there or not, that experience makes an imprint on you. Going to grad school. You don't just like go to grad school and take one course and you graduate. You go through a whole process that no matter what you decide to do with that graduate level that you attain, or let's say you decide it's not for you and you don't attain it because you don't want to, you're forever imprinted by that, and in an empowering way, again, because you get to decide in that circumstance, but you can't unsee the amazing things that you see when you go off to a foreign land. So if this new moon is in your 9th house, ooh, I love that. I love that energy so much. Expect to expand. So if that's however you want that energy to happen for you in your life, this is the new moon to manifest that expansion for yourself. I hope that helps. If this new moon is happening in your 10th house, this is a brand new, fresh start for you in your career, in your aspirations, and in the way that you identify based off of the work and service that you provide out in the world. If you want to become a business owner, if you want to become an employer, If you want to become a CEO, this is the new moon that will unlock that for you. It will begin that process for you, or allow you to step into that next level and ascend even further up towards your aspirations. It can allow you to achieve things that you might have only dreamed possible for yourself. New moon in 10th house, there's a whole next level and level up in your career. I think that's all I have to say about that one. It's just like, it's very boss babe energy, or, like being the breadwinner, being that person who calls the shots and ideally does it in the benefit of all, right? We're talking win-win-wins here. So the career, the work that you do, the service that you provide, and the way that you create your identity out in the world based off of that service, that work, that career, those aspirations, those achievements, they must be beneficial not only to you, which is a win, but also to the community or the customers or the clientele that you're providing that service to, so that they have a win. And also that it benefits the environment, the earth, and the planet. At least it doesn't do any harm to the earth, the environment, the planet. That's the third win. So if you are looking to create win-win-wins, this is your new moon in the 10th house. Exciting. I hope that helps. If this is a new moon in your 11th house, this is an invitation for you to show back up in friendship, in group dynamics, in humanitarian efforts. This is your new moon where you can revolutionize, where you can be inventive, where you can think outside the box, where you can call in such creative ideas that never really hit you before and come up with new solutions to problems that really benefit all. If you've been wanting to engage more in philanthropy or volunteer work or humanitarianism in general, and yes, some of those do trickle into other houses too, but the 11th house, a new moon in the 11th house, is going to allow you to become a teacher, to become an educator, to take a stand on stage or on your soapbox and spread the news, to give people hope, to give the group hope. This also is an opportunity for you, your own hopes and wishes to be granted. So if there's something that you've been hoping for, wishing for a long time, this is the new moon for you to make that wish. Ideally, this is the new moon where you see those wishes actually come to fruition, wishes that you maybe have wished long ago. So be open to surprises and miracles during this new moon in your 11th house as well, because there might have been something you dreamed of or hoped for or wished for a long time ago, and that it never manifested. And you might be surprised to see that it does manifest now that the new moon is in your 11th house. I hope that helps. If this new moon is happening in your 12th house, then this is a way for you to deepen your connection with your subconscious mind, your psyche, to dive into the depths of who you are, who you've known yourself to be, maybe even diving into fears, things that have held you back, things that have been left hidden in the dark that you know are deep inside you. And maybe now you're brave enough to shine light to those things and to look at them and realize, oh, it's not so scary. Oh, I'm way stronger than I thought I was. Whoa, diving deep down into my psyche and my subconscious has unlocked new powers for me. If you've been wanting to develop your psychic abilities and you have the new moon happening in your 12th house, this is an incredible time for you to be able to develop those, to access them maybe for the first time ever, or to re-access ways that you have abilities that seem, not every day, or not like what people don't talk about this stuff as openly. And now we are, right? This isn't, I'm seeing it more and more, especially on YouTube, which is amazing. This is an opportunity for you to re-access those and to grow them, to manifest them, to maybe be surprised at actually how deep your wisdom goes. This new moon helps you to mature, helps you to see things from a new and broader perspective with depth, a lot of emotional depth. This new moon can allow you to forgive. It can give you a new sense of compassion and patience and kindness if you've been needing that. You can manifest that for yourself, which will ripple out into others, so that's very beneficial. This new moon also can allow you to unlock artistic and creative parts of yourself that maybe you forgot about, or maybe you didn't even know you had, or at one time you did know, but you lost it along the way. This is a very spiritual house, and when we have a new moon happening in this 12th house, you can unlock a new level of becoming a spiritual being, tapping into your higher self, right? You root to rise. So you're diving deep into yourself with this 12th house, into your psyche, into your subconscious. And you're remembering who you are. You're remembering your divinity with this new moon. Maybe you've wanted to get back into painting or modern dance or playing the piano. Maybe there's a spiritual practice that you want to deepen. Maybe there's a spiritual connection that you want to feel again, or feel for the first time. This new moon in your 12th house will allow you to access that. It will allow a fresh start, a new beginning. It will allow you to manifest and to embody your spiritual divinity, your compassion, which this world desperately needs. I hope this helps. Feel free to come back to this video anytime you have a new moon happening, because you'll have new moon happening in every house throughout the year. So we're constantly in this cycle of release and creation. Thank you for being here. Please like if this helped, subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this. This is my deepest passion. I love the 12th house energy. It always brings me to tears. Just like all these 444s on the clock right now. Oh, thank you for being here. See you guys in another video.